N'est-ce pas, vous les politiciens, vous avez dit que militaire ne peut pas gouverner le pays. Là où vous avez échoué, là, c'est là-bas militaire a réussi. Et que je vois un politicien un jour venir parler de la politique, Wallahi Bilay, on va l'envoyer au front pendant 50 ans. Ça, c'est un. Et de deux, il n'y a plus élection au Burkina Faso. Ça seulement, mettez ça dans vos foutues têtes. Il n'y a plus élection au Burkina Faso. Il n'y a pas élection.
The citizens of Burkina Faso have decided. The citizens are saying they don't want election. The citizens, all of a sudden, Burkina citizens are out. And their message is very simple. They don't want to see any politician talking about election. They don't want to see the politicians discussing, gathering anywhere, discussing about possible election. They don't want to hear the politicians talking anything about Captain Traoré leaving office or staying in office. They don't want a message from the politicians. What happened suddenly? Because we know that the mandate is being given to Captain Traoré to take the job to 5 years, and after that election, then all of a sudden the citizens are like, no. The politicians, we don't want you to come and talk to us about anything concerning election. All of a sudden, lovely family, what happened? What is going on in Burkina Faso? The video you saw, I will play you the full video and you understand where this whole thing is coming from. Videos are just coming out from the citizens. They're like, hey, don't come talk to us about election. They are even asking some questions, very interesting questions. But one of the questions or some of the questions they're asking is that, are you not the same people, politicians, who told us that a military man cannot rule or lead a country? Then what are we seeing? What is going on? Those are some of the questions that the Burkina Faso citizens are asking. And lovely people, the politicians in Burkina Faso have been exposed big time. I'm telling you. The government of Burkina Faso has initiated something or a program called Faso Mêbo. This Faso Mêbo has actually exposed the mentality of the politicians, what the politicians want, what the citizens want, and what the government want. So the citizens sat down and watched the difference, and they are coming with conclusion that, look, we do not want election because they saw the politicians trying to sabotage a particular agenda in Burkina Faso. It is a planting, and the citizens have seen it this time. Captain Traoré is not the one making press conference to tell them that this is what your politicians. No. They saw it and they say, hey, the system has exposed them. Lovely family, let's get right into it. Let me explain things to you, what is going on in Burkina Faso, why this trend is coming out. And I urge you to hit the like button and subscribe to be part of the family. Captain Traoré is rewriting the rules of development in Burkina Faso with an unprecedented movement called the Faso Mêbo Initiative, which simply means let's build our nation. That is the meaning of Faso Mêbo. Let's build our nation. This isn't just another government program. This is a revolution in how people can take charge of their own future. I believe you don't expect everybody to understand or know what is Faso Mêbo. So let me break the Faso Mêbo down to you and tell you what is going on and how this has exposed the politicians, which is the reason why the citizens are saying they don't want anybody to come and talk to them about election. The Faso Mêbo was launched in October 2024 by President Captain Ibrahim Traoré. And this is more than an initiative, it is a call to action. Traoré is trying to bypass the idea that told Africans that only foreign companies, billion-dollar loans, and international aid could bring development in Africa. Captain Traoré is using Faso Mêbo to say otherwise. With this project called Faso Mêbo, it's a project that will allow Burkina Faso mobilize its own people, its own machinery, and its own resources to rebuild the roads, infrastructure, and modern cities, and modernize everything that has to do with building the nation in whichever way. So the captain made a call to action that the future of Burkina Faso needs to be redesigned by Burkinabés. So let's build our nation. When he came to office fresh, one of the things he did was to make a call that everybody, should come home, let's build our nation. So people were contributing out from abroad and wherever in the country, there were contributions going on for the development of the nation. Then they now made it official, which is the Faso Mêbo. They accelerated it to become an official something, which is happening. Part of the vision of the Faso Mêbo is to build 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers of road every single year in Burkina Faso. So heavy machinery worth over 200 billion CFA francs, bulldozers, graders, tractors, excavators, concrete mixers are on the ground to get the job done. And as the call went on, lovely people, in Burkina Faso, one of the things that we noticed in regards to this particular initiative is that market women are donating cement to this project. The soldiers themselves are donating money to this project. People in Burkinabe abroad, they are donating money to this project. Burkinabes at home donating money to this project. The citizens go to sites that work is going on, work for free, voluntarily in Burkina Faso. Laying of blocks, masons, they dedicated their time for any project that is regard to this Faso Mêbo Initiative. One symbol of this ambition is the Burkina Business Center in Ouagadougou, a modern complex with high-rise buildings and shopping centers built not by foreign contractors, but it was built by this initiative of the Burkinabe people themselves. Built this with their hands, not taking money loan from anybody. Everybody is involved in developing the nation. Everybody is trying to play a part. You see, women coming in, even in school, they are teaching children how to even lay pavement. They are playing that part. The soldiers in some fields are working, making sure that some pavement works, they are working, they are doing it. And to top it all, some of the volunteers, they are being trained in the construction field to work, just build their own nation. What makes Faso Mêbo unique is that it is not left to private companies or government officials alone. This is a citizen-driven movement in Burkina Faso. When you go to a town in Burkina Faso called Kaya, the school children in Kaya lay paving stone. That's what they call it, what? Pavement, those ones. Women associations have donated cement and sand. Even people with disability have taken part, showing that this rebuilding belongs to everyone. The government ministers themselves donated tons of cement in May 2025 and went out into the street of Ouagadougou to work with their hands alongside ordinary citizens to build their nation. So this is development, or developing our nation through unity, solidarity, through sacrifice. And this is where the politicians came in. Now, the reason why the Burkinabe citizens are coming out with this message and saying that, look, we don't want you people to come here and tell us about election, is that they pay attention critically and notice that everybody is playing a part in the Faso Mêbo. Those who want to donate, they are donating. Those who want to go to the field and work, maybe they don't have anything to donate, so they want to donate their strength to go and work on the field. They are there on the field. The government themselves, the military themselves are there working. They notice that the politicians are more interested in election than the building of the nation. That's why they are out. They notice that the politicians are not even donating to this project. When I say politicians, I'm not talking about people in the government of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Those guys are leaders. We are talking about politicians who are running the country first. And today, these people are calling for change, and they are calling for democracy. They are calling for election. It is because through the election and democracy, they are looting the nation freely. Now the chance is no longer there. Their stomach is going down. You need to portray. You understand? You need to portray. Is that how the English go? I don't know, but correct me. So these people are more interested in calling for election rather than building the nation. They are not even donating. You're not even seeing them on the side. So the people are saying, look, you want to be doing this? After these things, we are building our nation. The conference centers that we are building, the modern buildings that we are building through the Faso Mêbo, people are donating. At the end of the day, you people, after the people are done, you will come and stand there and be talking about election. We do not want election in this country again. Let Captain Ibrahim Traoré handle the mountain. Let's go. That is the message in Burkina Faso right now. The citizens watch closely, and this initiative has exposed the mentality of the politicians. Politicians only think about power, not development. The military is rather thinking about development. The focus of the military since they came to power has been on development, making sure that the country move forward, making sure that sanitation is going on, to have the cleanest city in Africa and not probably in the world. They are investing in agriculture, making sure that they produce more food for the citizens. They are making sure that the health sector is solid for every citizen in Burkina Faso to have healthcare, proper healthcare. The education sector is being restructured. A whole lot of things are going on. So you can see that government of Burkina Faso is focused on development, while the politicians in Burkina Faso are focused on election, and the citizens have seen it. The citizens of Burkina Faso have come to understand that politicians who were telling them that the military cannot rule the country, the military came to power and the military is doing more than what the politicians has failed to do. The military is rather doing a lot of things to the extent that they have exceeded the expectation of the citizens in the country. If I were to be a Burkinabe, I will not allow anybody to speak and talk about election in that country, because what is necessary, election or development. One of the things that is common in the world and in the developing countries we notice is that when you look at the countries that are developed, they have one leader. There is one leader that handle that, they have long-standing leader. And of course, in Africa, we have some leaders who have been in office for a long time and they are greedy and they are doing nothing. I can't even mention their name. Paul Biya, as somebody said, he is older than the atomic bomb. But this is it. One thing is common about developed countries. They have a particular leader leading the front line. And you can see that in Rwanda also. Paul Kagame is developing Rwanda, regardless of whatever you are saying. The fact is that he's developing Rwanda. That is a fact. What matters most is development. Come to Ghana, let's talk about us. Of course, election happen every 4 years, but we are not seeing real development. We are seeing unemployment increasing. We are seeing the youth looking at the future, and the future is bleak. When you go to Togo, there is a leader there from TTT. So it is not certain that you have a leader for a long-term standing leader and you'll be able to develop though, but that is one thing common about the countries that are developed. Captain Ibrahim Traoré came to office not long ago, but we can see that factories are coming to Burkina Faso. The roads are now being built. There's construction going on in Burkina Faso. Our brother Odemaya went to Burkina Faso and he said, look, Burkina Faso, the entire country is under construction. Odemaya is one guy, when it comes to integrity, he is there. So Odemaya will not say that and then you will think that he is lying. No, he's speaking the truth. And so those of us who are outside, when we are watching these things, the impact that the government is making, and we are appreciating it. Meanwhile, the politicians in Burkina Faso, their interest is voting, election, then these people are the wrong individual in Burkina Faso. And surprisingly, Burkina Faso, the citizens have seen it. They watch it. They saw that no, these people, they are cooking us. If we reverse the nation back and then it fell into the hands of these people, what is going to happen? They are going to clash the nation. And one most important thing is that whenever you land the nation or this nation reverts back to what it was first, the struggle of power will continue. The development will slow down. So I'm agreeing with the Burkinabe citizens. Listen to some of the things they are saying.
Famille, regardez le patriotisme des Burkinabés. Regardez comment les femmes, les hommes se sont mobilisés pour venir travailler. Tout ça là pour le développement du Burkina Faso. Oui, famille, ici c'est Faso Mêbo. Les femmes sont sorties massivement. Les hommes sont sortis massivement pour venir travailler opération zéro terre rouge au Burkina Faso. Et dans tout ça là, je n'ai pas vu un politicien là-bas. Quand ils vont finir maintenant, c'est là-bas maintenant ils vont se présenter pour parler des élections. Yéli, n'est-ce pas vous les politiciens, vous avez dit que militaire ne peut pas gouverner le pays. Là où vous avez échoué là, c'est là-bas militaire a réussi. Et que je vois un politicien un jour venir parler de la politique, wallahi billahi, on va l'envoyer au front pendant 50 ans. Ça c'est un. Et de deux, nous les Burkinabés, nous le peuple burkinabé, on va s'occuper de son cas. Ça c'est deux d'abord. Vous avez dit que le militaire ne peut pas gouverner le pays. Là où vous avez échoué là, c'est là-bas militaire a réussi. Oui, famille, depuis que Faso Mêbo a commencé là, quel politicien est venu donner un sac de ciment? C'est après ils vont venir pour dire on n'a qu'à organiser les élections. Il n'y a plus élection au Burkina Faso. Ça seulement, mettez ça dans vos foutues têtes. Il n'y a plus élection au Burkina Faso. Vous avez dit que le militaire là, il ne peut pas gouverner le pays, sa place est dans les casernes. Et le militaire est en train de reconstruire le Burkina Faso. Vous êtes assis à ne rien faire, à ne même pas aider le pays. Pourtant vous êtes des Burkinabés. C'est après maintenant, vous allez venir avec vos gros vents pour dire que non, organisons les élections. Il n'y a pas d'élection. Vous avez fait quoi? Avant de parler des élections, allez-y au front. Et quand vous allez revenir, peut-être qu'on va essayer d'en parler. J'ai dit essayer d'en parler. Je n'ai pas dit qu'on va accepter. On va essayer d'en parler. Vous avez compris? militaire ne peut pas aller au front, protéger le pays, soutenir le pays, revenir gouverner le pays. Vous êtes assis en ce moment, boire de la bière et venir parler sur le même militaire là. Non, c'est interdit au Burkina Faso. Nous n'allons pas vous permettre encore de parler sur le militaire comme ça. Parce que le militaire dont vous parlez même là, lui-même c'est un garçon, c'est un homme avec des couilles, qui gouverne le pays, qui a cherché les colons, qui dit qu'il va reconstruire le Burkina Faso sans crédit. Et nous sommes en train de voir aujourd'hui que ce qu'il a dit là, il est en train de réaliser. Depuis que vous êtes en politique, vous avez réalisé quoi? Même fabrique de bic, vous n'avez pas réalisé. Même fabrique de moulins qui va, comment on appelle, qui va faire farine là, vous n'avez pas réalisé. Donc là, ne vous comparez pas aux militaires. Est-ce que vous avez compris? Je dis bien, gare à ce politicien qui va oser parler des élections. Il va nous entendre au Burkina Faso. Ça, c'est rien, il va nous entendre. Ça, c'est sûr. Il va nous entendre très, très fort.
That's it, lovely people. The citizens of Burkina Faso have spoken. And that is not all. Many of these are in the system. They are coming out with their camera and say, hey, hey, hey. They are coming out against the politicians. Now, in Burkina Faso, it is not Captain Traoré versus the politicians. It is the citizens of Burkina Faso versus the politicians. Interesting times ahead.